Hey you guys, it's me, Anthony. I don't usually do these type of videos, and I was just gonna stay silent because I was like, I don't want any drama. I don't want people like coming for me in the comments and like targeting me. But I can only stay silent for so long. So first, I want to say about the riots. I don't condone rioting. I don't condone destroying property, especially like someone's workplace, because now that Target that was destroyed, like the workers there, like what are they supposed to do? Like how are they supposed to pay their bills? How are they supposed to feed themselves and their families? So I'm just gonna say that I don't condone rioting. I don't condone destruction of property and destroying someone's livelihood. But it's just very frustrating whenever I talk about George Floyd, the poor black man who got kneed in the neck to death, and he was screaming and saying like, "Oh, I can't, officer, I can't breathe, and he cried out for his mom, and he died that way. It was so humiliating and just so like inhumane how he was killed. Like, no one deserves, like, nobody, black, white, Hispanic, nobody deserves to be treated that way. Nobody deserves to die that way. And it's just very frustrating whenever I say something about it or I share something about it on Facebook and somebody wants to come in my comments and talk about, oh, well, more whites get killed by police more than blacks get killed by police, but the media doesn't talk about that. And I'm like, what does that have to do with the fact that this man was murdered? What does that have to do with anything? Like, I understand that could be true and the media could not be covering it, but like, why are you deflecting from the issue? And it's very condescending, and it comes off as like you don't care about the issues of black people. You don't care about the fact that we have to subconsciously live with the fact that, oh, my skin color makes me a target. Like, I have to watch how I'm treated. I have to like make sure like, I can't stay in certain areas like of town past a certain time, or how are these people going to treat me when I walk up in the store and whatnot. And for all the people who like to come in comments and like say like, oh, here's statistics and here's this, or we need more evidence, we need more of this, like, think of like these victims, like family members. Think of George Floyd. Think of his mom and how she's feeling right now. Like, would you go to her and mention all these statistics? Like, would you really do that and say like, oh, well, statistically speaking, oh, such and such, or your son shouldn't have been resisting, or oh, he shouldn't have been committing a crime, blah blah blah. Would you say that to her face? Like, imagine how like hurt and disrespected she would feel on top of losing her son, like having people say that about her son like that. And I'm tired of like when you say Black Lives Matter and people want to come out of their face and say, well, all lives matter. I'm like, you're missing the point. You're missing the point of the fact that like it feels like for us black people, our lives don't matter right now. And nobody cares that we're being killed in the streets every day. Nobody cares that we're being discriminated against. We're being like looked at like with dirty looks because of our skin color. Like, that's what we say Black Lives Matter. We're not saying all lives don't matter, because to me, all lives matter. All lives should matter. Black, white, Hispanic, whoever, your life matters. And it's so frustrating, like, when your friends, especially like when you're a black person, you have white friends, and it's like they don't support you. They don't care about what you're going through. Like, oh, statistically speaking, or let's pull out a hypothetical, or let's talk about these, or what about this? I'm like, do you not care how this affects us? Do you not care how? I saw a post on Facebook and this like completely like hit me. Like, you're a black person, you're having a good day, and you see something about another black person being killed, and you have to live with that. You have to think about that for the rest of the day. You have to let that sit and process. You have to be like, oh, like another one of my people was killed in such a brutal way, and either nobody's talking about it, or it's being recorded and everyone's talking about it, but everyone's like blaming the victim, saying, oh, they shouldn't have been resisting, they should have been wearing these clothes, they should have been doing such and such. It's like come on, like, you're coming off like the people who do this, the people who like try to come in and say, "Oh, well, what about this?" or "What was he doing?" or "Statistics show this." Like, you come off as condescending. You come off as like you don't care. Like, you see the issue, but you want to deflect from it because it's making you uncomfortable. Like, you don't want to talk about it because it's making you uncomfortable. Like, not like, forget how like us black people are feeling. Forget how like it's traumatizing us. Like, you're uncomfortable. And especially in the church too. Like, the church is very silent about it right now, and I'm just like, say something. Say something. Like, the church needs to step up and say something. Like, I'm a Christian, and I believe that God is angry right now at all the injustice, at all like the hatred and all the racism, because racism is a sin, because racism is a form of hatred, because you're hating somebody based on what they look like, and you don't know, you probably don't even know them, you've never spoken to them, they've never done anything to you. I can't even get my words out properly because I've tried to stay silent, I've tried to distract myself, I try to like, spread awareness on my Facebook and like, support my friends who are making videos, who are talking about it, who are expressing how they feel about it. And I'm like, like, I don't like conflict. I don't like drama. And I'm like, I don't want people to come for me and attack me. But then I'm just like, I can only stay silent for so long. I can only like not say anything for so long and just like ignore, not ignore, but like try to distract myself for so long. I think I might end it here. All I'm going to say is, rest in peace, George Floyd. You will be missed, and you did not deserve to die that way. That's it, you guys. Bye.